at night or broad daylight, she's bringing the truth into the fight. Shining a light where the shadows creep, for the lost, the stolen, the ones who will weep. She won't turn away, she won't back down, even when the loony clowns come round. Threats don't shake her, lies don't win. She stands for justice, right till the end. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Chase fame, some chase views, but she fights for those with nothing to lose. For the kids who vanish without a trace, she won't stop till she cracks the case. They try to silence, they try to scare, but truth don't break and she's still there, calling out monsters, showing their game. Justice comes when you speak their name. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Kids stand strong, she makes the choice. For victims gone, for those in need, she's fighting hard, she won't concede. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line.
Hello, my pretties. Now, let me start out by saying if anybody wants to come on panel, they can. So I'm going to just put that out there right now, okay? Then I'm going to say hi to everybody. All right. Hi, J13. How are you, my friend? Hello, sis. How you doing? Hi, Rhonda. Melissa in the bushes. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out. Okay, people. Do you guys remember that we watched You're Gonna Pay for This? And here, I'm gonna show it. Hold on a minute. Do you guys remember that guy that made me laugh? He's got pretty blue eyes. Remember? Lamont, he's got pretty eyes. He's handsome. Hold on a minute. You guys remember him? Oh my God, there's so much going on, people. There's so much stuff I could talk about right now. My niece might show up. I don't know if she will or not, but she says she's going to stop by and see me, and she hasn't showed up yet, so I don't know. She was going to go to her dad's, but she lives, 40 minutes from me? So I don't know. Let's see here. You're going to pay for this. You're going to pay for this. pay for this. Okay. You'll pay for this. I bet you that's the name of it. Dang it. I had it. Oh, my stupid neck. Okay, we'll do it at a later time. But as of right now, I came across everybody knows who he is, don't they? Well, hello there. Yes. Get the viewers over here. Come on now. Do it, Kick. Make me go viral. Been playing Fix It all day. People, it is, I can't, I don't know what I'm going to do all winter. I'm going to get depressed. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go through a little depression here because I hate winter. It's only 3 degrees today. Okay. That's not including, the wind and whatever it may be. You can't breathe out there. Okay. You can't breathe out there. Oh, God, I hate it. Patty Sturgis. All right, people. Now, I have my opinion on things, right? And before I even start, this is no hate towards anybody that I'm talking about on this. This person has their truth, okay, their story. However, you guys, I go searching, I do my research, right? And I'm not saying these things didn't happen. But there's some questions, people. And it's a crazy story. And thank you, Lamont at large. Why do I say Lamont on the run? What the hell? All right. Here she is. Says here, I did 10 years for killing my stepmother. Oh, God, I got to like this video. Hold on a minute. Hold on. People, go give a like. Okay, so we're going to go through this. Oh, I got to get my headphones. Sorry. So sorry. All right, people. Right, now, everybody, I want you to chime in when you got to chime in, please, okay? Because, I got to pause every now and then to make it fair use. The best that I can, okay? So, allegedly, she killed her mother, her stepmother, mind you, Loretta Joy Bishop in Kansas, okay, in the city of Kansas. What is it, Dodge City? Or Jetmore, something like that. Jetmore. Don't worry. I know. Sorry. So very sorry. I do have my shit together, people. I do. So we're going to listen to what she says. And Lamont is a very, very, he asks some good questions. Okay. And this is Kimberly.
You an email that Kim sent me last year. I might have an interesting one for you. My stepmom was killed, murdered, and her 10-year-old stepdaughter was accused by the entire family, but the father took the blame, and they were both locked away, him and his 10-year-old. Please contact me if you need more details. I am the 10-year-old daughter. I would love to give you all the details. I think I responded to your email literally within about 10, 15 minutes of me seeing it.
Yeah, didn't take you long.
No,
Yeah.
you sent the email and I got back to you right away. So you were locked up at the age of 10 for killing your stepmother.
Yes.
But there's a catch to the story, and the catch is that, like you said in the email, your father took the blame for it, but you don't remember committing the crime.
Right.
So there's a question as to even if you did commit.
Okay, I know what you're going to say. I know what I'm going to say. This is really just shocking, right? This is horrible. And we're going to listen to the whole thing, but I do want to, okay, never mind. Shoot. I don't want to give things up, all right? Shoot, I almost did.
The crime. All right, so let's go back. So originally you're from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And
Liverpool.
okay, so how old were you when you moved out to Kansas?
3.
Okay, so you're 3 years old, you move out to Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your mother?
When I was 7, she was diagnosed with a very rare heart condition along with lupus, and it killed her within a year.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear about your mother.
Well, a little over a year.
So did your mother move out with you guys to Kansas, or?
She did.
Okay, and then she passed.
Well, she passed in Jetmore.
In Jetmore.
Because that's where her family was. So she wanted to die where her family was so she could be close to them.
Okay.
So she died on my 9th birthday.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
Okay.
my life has been kind of weird.
I will tell you that this lady here, Kimberly, has had some horrible, horrible luck throughout her whole life. Okay. There has been so many bad things that have happened, as we're going to hear. Okay.
Yeah, we've spoken on the phone. So at this time now, your mother has died. You just turned 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So your father, he meets another woman.
She was actually our babysitter before my mom died.
So was your father stepping out on
Yes. She had a 3-year-old son by someone else. And then we found out 2 months after my mom died that she was pregnant with my dad's child. So he was messing around, which was understandable. My mom was bedfast and she couldn't even talk, eat, or bathe herself. And
right.
So
tell us about what kind of man your dad was.
my dad was a very busy man. He worked 2 jobs to pay the hospital bills for my mom, to take care of. There was 5 of us. They had the boys who were Siamese twins. They were separated at Wesley when they were 6
I'm sorry.
years.
I don't mean to laugh, but ain't that funny how she says that? The boys, they're Siamese twins. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Hi, headline bitch. How you doing? We got a real crazy case here. Okay, I want people's opinions, and I have so much to say. This lady here at 10 years old, allegedly, or unalived her stepmom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know what? I meant to tell you like 2 weeks ago or so that wish list for the kiddies isn't right, but I forgot.
Sold in 63, and then they had us 3 girls. So he had us and then my mom to take care of. So he stayed pretty busy. He was a good man.
Let's go to the night of the murder. Now, you live in Jetmore, very, very small town. Jetmore is about it's south of Dodge City, about an hour.
Maybe quite an hour, but yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do on the day of the murder? What was on the schedule for you?
Okay. What's going on here? Messaging me about the dog, asked questions, wanted pics, and then kind of suggested that maybe I'm purposely not looking hard enough. Oh, you know what? You just tell them to come on over here and let's have a conversation. That was extremely nice of you. I was watching. Oh, okay. Yes. And I have my strong opinions on this, but this is her truth. Okay.
my dad and her had separated, and he was in a halfway house in Dodge City. So in the afternoon, she took us to see my dad. And they got in a big argument, so we left early. We went home. And then as the night progressed, her brothers and everybody was there. They like to smoke a lot of, at that time they called it ganja. I don't know what that is. But
Yeah, marijuana.
okay, well, they smoked a lot of it. And she was young compared to my dad. She was in her 20s. My dad was almost in his 40s. And so he liked to drink a lot, and she wanted him to get help, but there was a lot of miscommunications. So
Were you at the time? Were you in school?
Yeah.
Okay. So the evening you go visit your dad, he's in a halfway house. He admitted himself into this halfway house, or
Yes,
was
he
this
did.
court ordered? Okay.
No, he admitted himself.
Okay. So you guys come back home, and in the evening, did you have dinner?
Mm-mm. No, we didn't see him no more that day that I can remember. We didn't see him no more that day.
Okay, now there's a point in time, of course, where, and her name was Joy, excuse me, Joy. Joy was murdered, and she was murdered in the home where you lived in.
Mm-hmm. In her bed.
Who first discovered her dead?
I did.
So tell us what you seen.
I can remember a lot of crying. And so I got up, and our house was 3.
Oh, Jesus. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, okay, this happened in 1976. Thank you for letting me know. I hate that. Okay, let's get back to Kimberly and her truth.
3 stories. The twins were in the basement, the girls were upstairs, and the 2 babies, David and Gerald, were in the middle floor. And one of us always had to stay in the room with the babies. We took turns each night switching off she didn't want them in there by themselves. She had commented several times that she'd probably just smother Jerry anyway because she didn't want him because he was Larry's, my dad's. And I remember going into her room, and I picked up my little brother, David, because he's still my brother, even though he's a step. And there was blood everywhere. And I thought, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I was covered from head to toe in blood. And so I went and knocked on. I had an aunt and uncle that stayed there, and I said, something's wrong. And I freaked her out because it was so bloody. There was blood everywhere. And she called the law, and they sent me in the living room floor. And I stayed there, and I kept thinking, I couldn't even cry. I couldn't do anything. It was just like I was zoned out of everything. And then they took me to the upstairs in Jetmore where it's jail cells. And that's where I stayed till I went to court in January.
Okay, can I tell you guys this right now? Because maybe I should start giving my little comments here on my way. Okay, the court documents tell a different story. That's all. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Remember, she named. Does she name her mental illnesses yet? I mean, what do we believe? I mean, there's truth on both sides, okay? But from her memory, mind you, she's a 10-year-old little girl. according to the court documents, it's different. I mean, yeah.
10 years old. Other than you, who discovered her dead in the room?
After I went in there and discovered, her sister came down when I woke her up, and
you told her.
Yeah, I said something's wrong in there. And
so she starts screaming. I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Was she already dead at that time?
Yeah, she was dead. She had been dead for quite some time.
Do you remember how many times she had been stabbed?
17 or 18.
And this was with a knife that came from the house, or was it?
Don't know. Disappeared.
There's no murder weapon.
No murder weapon.
So when they got you, they took you
According to the court documents, it says a butcher knife from the kitchen.
to jail. They immediately thought that a 10-year-old girl, 10-year-old you, murdered this woman.
Yes. Then they went to talk to my father. My father said, she didn't do it. I did it. And my family did not believe him. They said, how could you go from Dodge City, because the halfway house was in Dodge City. How could you go over there and over there and then do what has been done, but there's no blood or anything on you in your car or anything? And he still said, I did it. So the judge let his confession hold.
Now let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about the scene of the crime. So a 10-year-old girl. So right now you're being.
I want to see in these newspaper clips. Mind you, I cannot find pictures of the families, and I'm sure her at the time, if she went and lived in a mental health place, right? Oh shit! What was I going to say? They're not going to put her information out there, but anything about her in these newspaper clips says nothing that she had anything to do with their stepmom's murder.
Charged with the murder, and you're in the upstairs of the courthouse in Jetmore.
Yep.
Now, I had asked you this before. Do you remember committing the murder?
I've had nightmares that replayed part of what was said was done, but actually remember no.
Do you?
Okay, what did she just say? Hold on. Do we got closed caption? Yes, we do. Do you remember the murder? Here we go.
Nightmares that replayed part of what was said was done, but actually remember no.
Do you think that you did it?
I do.
You think you killed her?
I do.
A 10-year-old little girl.
All because of what was going on.
Did you have any animosity towards her?
Very, very much. She had my dad beat up by her brothers. She threatened to kill my little brother because he was his. She always tortured my little sister. She was an evil woman. God forbid, I don't want to speak evil of the dead. But yeah, I had a lot of it. And like I said, I didn't cry. And her sister said, look, she did it. She ain't even worried about it. She doesn't even... it was a mess.
So there was no remorse coming from you hearing that she was dead? Did you not care at all?
No.
Okay.
Were you glad she was dead?
Yes.
Okay. 10-year-old girl stabbing her stepmother. It was 15 times. She stabbed her 15 times. How could a little girl do that? I'm just saying, hi, Spitfire.
But I need to remind everybody as we're talking, you don't remember committing the crime.
No.
So your father took the blame for murdering, and it was his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But did he have a car to have got? Okay, so he could have drove from Dodge City.
He could have.
Do you think your father's capable of committing this crime?
No.
Was he like a violent man at all ever?
No. I'd never seen him violent. And I told him when he was on his deathbed in 2015.
Okay, I want to say, I know, don't get mad at me, people, but I read the court documents. I want to say her dad was not allowed at that house. There was an order of protection of him to stay away of the house. He wasn't allowed on the property. Yes, it is. His link is in my description and within the chat here.
He said, just go with the flow and don't let them bother you, because he protected me up till then, because people still talk in my family.
So he says it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's admitting to the crime, what evidence is there that either you or him did it? Like, what evidence does the court produce?
His confession and the fact that the family felt I had something to do with it.
Circumstantial is what it would be. So, did they arrest him when he says it was me that did it? And then they charged him with the murder. So did they drop the charges against you?
No.
So they're charging you both with the murder.
They actually did not charge me with murder. They charged me with accessory.
And you're 10 years old.
Yeah.
How could they charge it? How could they do that, people? Does this even make any sense? This is in 1976 that this happened. Yeah.
They said I opened the door, let him in, allowed her to kill her, and then let him back out, lock the door, because there was no breaking in, entering, and the doors were still locked.
There was a cut. The screen door was cut.
Okay, so you have a 10-year-old girl and her father. They're in jail. Him for first-degree murder, you
Yes.
for accessory.
Yes.
So what ends up happening to him?
45 to life.
He got 45 years to life.
Yes.
And what happened to you?
I was directed by the state of Kansas to be institutionalized at Topeka State Mental Institution and evaluated. And then Topeka State just didn't want to move me. They thought that it was just a very sad case, that there was nothing they could have really put on me or my dad. And I don't know. They just decided I'd stay there. They weren't going to move me around, so they did.
Okay, that don't make sense to me. And I do want to say about her father, this is according to court documents, that her dad suffered from mental illness, and he was in and out of psychiatric wards.
So he gets 45 years to life. And what year is this?
1976.
1976. So how many years did he end up doing?
37.
He did 37 years
Straight
in prison.
in Lansing.
Okay.
And he gets out in what year?
Okay, guys.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I gotta pause it so I don't forget. So you guys keep up, and so I don't have to backtrack. Okay, I brought up her dad's history at the Kansas DOC. He didn't do a straight solid 37 years. He got out early, and he got a parole violation and it ended up going back. And so he was on the run for a little bit.
So 76, 86, 06, so 2012.
Yeah.
He would have got somewhere
Yeah, it
around
was
there.
around that time.
Okay. And you kept in contact with him.
Yep, the only one out of the five of us.
What did so they sentenced you to, or they committed you to the Topeka State Mental Facility, which is closed down right now. I've been there before. It's closed down. How long did you end up being institutionalized?
I went in, I turned 11 on the next month. Joy was killed on the 25th of July, and I turned 11 on August the 30th. So I was only 10 for a month. And then I was 11. And I stayed there till I was almost 19.
So for 9 years, you're in a mental institution, and what are they diagnosing you as?
Bipolar 1, intermittent explosive disorder.
What did you say that again?
Intermittent explosive disorder.
Intermittent explosive
Disorder.
I'm gonna guess that you have a short fuse.
I used to.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're in this hospital and you stayed there from the time you were 11 until you were 19, and they were
Not
giving
one visit, not one letter other than my father from anybody.
So your family disowned you and him?
Yes.
So your family thinks that you both were in on the crime.
Yes.
Does anybody know anything about this psychiatric ward they're talking about? That's one thing I forgot to look into. I'm sorry. I should have did that before I started this live. I didn't even think about that. Hi, Christina Bell. Oh God, my head. I find it horrible that they didn't know what to do with her, so they keep her in a psychiatric ward. I don't understand. And she was on a locked unit, so she didn't get to. Oh, never mind. I don't know. Horrible.
So you do the 8 years or so. They release you when you're 19, and you don't have any family to go to. So what does Topeka State Hospital? How do they release a young adult into society?
And I didn't know this. They didn't tell me the entire time. But when my dad went to prison, us 3 girls, because we were still young enough, got Social Security every month. It was like $96 a month. Well, instead of giving it to me, they put it in a bank account. When they released me, they gave me that money to start my life.
Okay, so you had...
Yeah, I had quite a bit of money to start. And they stayed with me for quite a while. People came to visit me. I went to see a therapist for almost a year after that to make sure life wasn't too much for me, because I didn't have childhood.
Yeah.
So they wanted to make sure it was safe, not for the people around me, but for myself. Because they weren't sure if I could handle the outside or not, because I didn't really know the outside.
Okay, this is my question. Did she have life skills? Did she go to school in the psychiatric ward, right? Was there, I know it was only in the 80s. When was it? 80s? No, almost 1990, maybe. Did she have like an executive for the money to help pay her bills, right? To show her life skills. You know what I mean? I mean, did they do that back then?
Side.
What is it like living in a mental hospital as a teenage girl?
Oh, it was crazy. You seen a lot of things you shouldn't have seen. You learned a lot of things you shouldn't have learned. You learned how to survive.
And would they take you on field trips? Do you go outside?
Well, some of the units did, but my unit was locked down, so we didn't.
So you stayed in this building.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever leave to go anywhere?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they would take me to visit my father at Lansing once a month.
And that was it?
That was it.
No parks, no... And I'm saying this because people are thinking right now, well, why would you let a murderer out to go? That's the thing. It's like, okay, even if you... Because, again, you don't remember committing this crime. The murder weapon was never found.
Nope.
Was there any kind of cuts on your hands or your arms?
No.
So a 10-year-old, so people are expecting me or anybody out there listening.
Can I say something? I'm sorry, you guys. I want to say something. Do you recall her saying something about her baby brother, the stepbrother? I needed to let you know that within the court documents, the appeals documents, he had cuts on his legs. Okay. Remember she said she grabbed the baby? I don't know. See, I'm so confused.
Believe that a 10-year-old is capable of, with the mindset of premeditated murder, grabbing a knife, stabbing her, and then getting rid of the knife, and the knife is never found, but yet there's no cuts on you.
There was none on him. There was no blood evidence on him. There was nothing except for his confession. But he thought confessing, they'd leave me alone, but they didn't.
I know you guys are going to kill me. In the court documents, appeals documents, he made 5 complaints. He said 5 different things. Okay. I want you guys just to keep all that in mind, everything I'm telling you. So when we go through them, we don't have to backtrack. In my humble opinion, I don't think she did either. But she seems to believe she did. Guess what time it is? Bust out the party. We have 10 people in chat. Holy shit. Holy. This is amazing, people.
And after he was sentenced, nobody wanted to hear it anymore. Case closed.
Do you think that there could have been anybody out there other than you or your father that could have possibly committed this crime?
Yes, when my father put himself in the halfway house, she started dating one of her brother's friends, and his name was Rodney Gibbs. And I hated her for that. So that's how I remember that so well, is because it was wrong, you know. So, yeah. And he was there that evening.
Why do you think he could have possibly committed this crime?
Maybe they argued about my dad or something, and they were all high and drinking and carrying on, and who knows?
So for the 8 years or so you're in this, you never go out except once a month to go visit your dad.
Mm-hmm. I was taken in a van and changed just like a prisoner, and
wow,
they took my chains off at the visitation doors. Yeah.
So, I mean, where do we begin? So eventually, what did you do with your life?
Well, I got pregnant with my oldest right after. About a year after.
What?
And I had her.
What?
And I was working at a...
Is she talking about hold on, when she got out or after she... Okay, don't confuse me, lady. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused.
So eventually, what did you do with your life?
Well, I got pregnant with my oldest right after. About a year after. And I had her, and I was working at a taco shop, just me and her for a long time. And then...
Wait, you got a job even though you had money saved?
Yeah. Money doesn't last forever.
So, but I mean, it's commendable to get a job and knowing that you got a couple thousand, probably more than that. But you still had the wherewithal or to say, like, you know, I'm smart enough to know that money doesn't last, so you get a job at a taco shop.
Well, actually, my therapist taught me that. And my social worker, she says, honey, it doesn't last forever. You're going to have to make more to keep it going.
Exactly.
So they were really good to me. They were good people. And after Samantha was born very ill. You think I had an intermittent explosive disorder? This one's worse than me. But that's another case. So much never heard it.
As I'm listening to this, right? Mental illness runs within that family, and I'm not saying that to be, you know, rude or anything. But you see, her dad, who knows about her biological mom? Hey, I got a mental illness. Okay, yay, 13 people. Can you believe it? No doubt, right? Who's Buddha?
Anybody? Maybe. No, that wasn't her.
Somebody screamed. I don't know if you guys heard of this.
She's got a lot of mental health issues.
Okay.
There you go.
And I thought to myself, I'll never have another. This is crazy. I go to Houston with a friend of mine, go to a concert, and I meet this guy, and I said, I'm just gonna have a one night stand, okay? It's 9 months later, it's walking or it's coming out, you know. And I thought, okay, I'm done.
So who was the concert that you attended where you met this guy?
It was a Los Spookies concert because I love Mexican music.
Las Spookies.
Bookies.
Las Spookies.
Yeah, Bukis. Bookies.
Okay. All right. So you go there, so you meet him, and then you have a second child. And at this time, where are you working at?
I was working at Taco Cita in the morning and Willie G's at night.
Willie G's, is that a chain of bars?
Yes. No, it's a chain of seafood restaurants in Houston.
Okay. So you're doing this, you have your second child, and you're living in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
with my one night stand.
Of course.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let's just try this. Okay, it didn't work, but we tried it.
Okay, so...
Hey, Lamont, I think she likes you. Hey, guys, I think she likes Lamont. Hi, Gia. How are you? We are listening to a really crazy life story here.
So we fast forward. So currently you're retired.
Yes.
What did you retire as? Like, what did you end up doing?
When I was with him, I had to quit the Willie C's job because it made me sick. She doesn't like seafood. And so I went to college instead. I went to Taco Cita at night, and I went to college during the day to become an LPN.
I'm confused.
Okay.
And when she was born in June, I graduated in November. And then I went to work as a nurse.
So you were a nurse for all those years? For
23 years.
23, and then you retired?
I had to.
Your father gets out in 2012-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So does he have a place to go?
Yeah, he came to my house.
Okay, so did he, and he's no longer living?
No, he passed away of lung cancer in 2015.
Okay, so he lived with you to his last days?
Yes.
Did you guys ever have an adult conversation about this?
He didn't allow it.
He didn't want to talk about it.
Mm-mm. And the kids would ask.
I could care less if my father didn't want to talk about it. If I have that thought in my head that I took my stepmother's life, my mom has a mental illness. I've only seen her one time when I was 18, and she could not handle being a mom and never wanted anything to do with me as a child. Oh. One night stand, come on. Yeah, that is sad. Well, that's good for her if she got her nursing degree with her mental illnesses. Good for her.
And he would not talk about it. No, he would. He did tell his parole officer they had the wrong person, and he did all the years for no reason.
He did all the what?
He did all the years in prison for no reason. I said, Dad, are you serious? He said, no, I just want her to worry about it. He would have done longer in prison, but when they found out he had lung cancer, they sent him out.
Oh, that's the only reason why he got out.
Yeah,
they didn't want to take care of him.
And I know that for sure because 3 people I know had lung cancer. They put him out. And they weren't due to get out.
They call it compassionate release.
Yeah, well.
But it's really...
So it's unfair to those that don't get sick and have to do that.
Yeah, right.
That's what my dad said anyway.
So now you're retired. You did your time.
Yes.
But the question still remains. Did you commit this? Like, in your heart, do you think you did it?
I do.
Why?
But you don't remember it.
No.
And you were covered in blood.
From head to toe.
What was it, like splatter patterns? Or?
I was drenched. I mean, I had on a clown pajama outfit, and they cut it off and kept it for evidence.
You know,
I want to ask you.
I would really like to contact that county and to see if I can get all these reports, because this is a horrible, horrible story. She keeps fluffing her hair. I think she's in love with him. Yes, I think she likes Lamont. Conditional release. More like hurry up and get out of the bills. Oh, God, my ears just popped. I'm sorry. Who raised me? My grandma, my mother passed away 2 years ago. Oh, jeez.
Do you feel bad for this? Except you don't remember the crime, but
I
you,
still feel bad because I know that question is there. And I don't think anybody should die unless it's their time of natural causes. I don't think it's right to take anybody's life. But I'm not sure I didn't. And it scares me sometimes. And if you ask them, I'm not afraid of anything. Well, I am afraid. So I shut myself off a lot, especially when people come up with questions.
But
You know,
but I thought nobody talks to you. I thought everybody ignores you.
only strange people like you, I love talking to.
Oh, of course you do.
I don't know why, but just the way you are, just. But if it was some stranger, one of the kids' friends, something, and they came ask me a question, I wouldn't answer them. I'd walk away.
have you ever visited her grave?
And, well, kind of sort of by accident. When I went down to put flowers on my mother's grave, I found hers first. So I put a couple flowers there, and then I went on to my mother.
What did you feel when you were standing at her grave?
I felt sad and hurt, and I felt like this is, this is so. It was so unnecessary for her to be gone so soon, and those two little boys to have to grow up without her. And believe me, they hate me, and they have every right to because they believe what everybody's told them.
So if you were to go to Jetmore tomorrow, people are going to still remember this story. And what do you think the reception would be?
I'm scared to find out. That's why I went to my mother's grave in the middle of the night.
What?
Yeah, Jetmore's a small place. It's
Very small. You can't hide nothing. I did find out that the house that it happened in, and I don't know why, but her parents moved into afterwards.
Do you want to know why her parents
stayed
moved in there? Because her parents owned it.
For years. And it was my dad's house. But, nobody could do anything about it because he was locked up. I was locked up. My sisters and brothers didn't care. But, yeah, they lived there for years. And then when they left, they had it tore down.
Last question. Did your father ever tell you about like how being in prison for all those years changed him?
No, he said it was, he hated the fact that the kids all got separated. It's been 50 years. And I've seen my sisters once. I only seen my brothers because they called me and told me they were sick. And they did. They both died of a lung disease. And I was able to go to their services. But other than that, I haven't seen anybody else.
That's sad. Very sad. You guys hold on a minute. I need to do something here real quick. Let me put this comment up here so we can all look at that. Somebody left a comment here. This woman has a big cross on her shirt. I want it. Oh, we already did that. What am I doing? I know. Hold on. All right. Like I said, that's her truth, whatever it may be, but we're going to go through the pills documents. We are going to go through her father's stay at all different prisons, not just one. There's more than one. All right. After filming, she's going to invite him. We should give Lamont crap. I think she likes you. She calls you all the time. Be careful, Lamont. Yeah, I did yesterday some special clarifying shampoo for my hair. And I bought Nala some winter boots. I bought, the little baby girl wants to go outside. So what's wrong with walking her in front of the building, right? But so I had to get her little winter boots, like Uggs. I'm going to talk. We're having a lot of snow. I'd rather have snow. Yep. Snow don't bother me. Yeah, it was Cyber Monday. What else did I get from... Oh, I got Nala her little pee pads. That's right, Lamont. Careful. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to look at her dad's record here at Kansas DOC. And I'm so happy because that far back, most states do not, mind you, have any information. No, get back here. Bishop. Submit. Yeah, let's see if he had an alias. Never know, right? Let's see. Show pictures. Yes. Oh my God. Are we going to get a picture? Yes. We're answering yes. We want it all. Oh my God. Here he is. We got Larry. Holy crap. He's got to go on the thumbnail, man. She looks like her father. Okay, let's make this big. Look at this, people. Hold on. Let me get my laptop closer to me so I can zoom in on his face. There's her daddy. All right, so let's go over here. Conviction. So his name is Larry Keith Bishop. He was born in 1937. 5'6", 127 pounds. He's deceased. He died May 12th, 2015. And then Hodgman County is oh God, I can't even think. There's the county, first degree murder, aggravated battery, July 25th, 1976. Here is his prison his prison locations. Let's see, he was in prison, 77, Katipa, or what is that? Tokepa. Then he was in Lansing. Let's see, from 87 to 89. And then from, he was in there's Central, East, and Central, right? Let's see. So on and off, let's see, when did he get... He got work release. Is this where it is? He got work release January 10th, 1996. Okay. He was paroled in 1997. And something happened in 1999. They couldn't find him. So the DOC did a warrant. Okay. He was found after the warrant. He was found March 24th, 1999. Parole violation, no new sentence. And then he was paroled in 2000. Then he got another warrant, you guys. Okay. He got 2 warrants, actually. October 3rd, 2002, October 15th, they withdrew suspension. And then, let's see, he was found September 16th, 2003. Oh, there was a warrant. Holy crap. So he kept on violating his paroles. How can you see that? Well, I'm reading it to you, my dear. Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone? Because if you're on your phone, it's going to be harder for you to see. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Right here. Should I go over here? Hold on. Is that going to work? It won't move. All right, hold on. So he gets a bunch of parole violations, okay? Look at this. Look at this. I'm not going to read every one of them, but look at everywhere he's been. Oh, he went to Ohio. Oh, we're going to have to look up Ohio. July 8, 2009. All these warrants. Let's see. He was paroled in 2013. But look at how he ran around people. People, look at. That dude was running around. Running. There you go. I will go through this really slowly. That's the biggest I can make it for you people. There you go. Take a lookie. Ouch, my neck just popped. So there's that. Yeah. All right. So how about that? Off topic, but there are tons of companies that go around and pick up your Xmas decorations outside and then come take it down. What? Interesting. Oh, that's a bummer. You're lucky I have a laptop where it's touchscreen. Otherwise, I would absolutely not be able to make it big. All right, people. So now we are going to go. Hold on a minute. Yes, right? We need to look up Ohio. We need to look up his name in Ohio and see how the hell he got there. Yes, I'm not on there. I'm going to make it really big. Okay, here we go. This is his appeals in 1978. Okay. All right. Let me tell you, this little girl, this 10-year-old little girl was only mentioned one time in this whole report. All right. Is this good enough? Oh, shit. Oh, there, that'll work. All right. So this was February 25th, 1978. Special prosecutor was John Fierro, Dodge City, argued that because of Kurt T. Schneider, Attorney General, the B.A. Lightfoot, County Attorney, were with him on the brief for the appellate, the opinion of the court was delivered. This direct appeal is a criminal act in which a defendant appellate was convicted after a trial by jury of first degree and aggravated burglary. The defendant and his wife Joy resided in Jetmore, Kansas, in a house owned by Joy's mother. 5 children lived in the home, only one of whom was a child of the marriage. So that means David, the baby. Okay, hold on. 3 of the children were descendants from a prior marriage. The fifth was Joy's 3-year-old son, David. Marital problems arose, and the defendant moved out of the home. A married couple moved in with Joy and the children. Joy filed for divorce, and a restraining order was issued, barring defendant from the premises. The defendant moved in to New Chance, Inc., a halfway house in Dodge City, for assistance with his drinking problem. On the evening of July 24th, Joy and her children visited the defendant at the halfway house. An argument erupted, and the visitors left. Later on in the evening, the defendant called Joy and Jetmore, and a heated argument occurred. Still later that the same evening, another call was placed by defendant to Joy, but she was not home. The defendant suspected Joy of engaging in infidelities, cheating, and had made several threat remarks about her to individuals at the halfway house. Bishop marriage had been stormy for many months, with the law officers being called at various times to investigate family disturbances. About 1:30 a.m. on July 25th, 1976. Where am I? The defendant's vehicle was a short distance from Joy's home. Witnesses saw the defendant's vehicle on the highway headed to Jetmore to Dodge City between 12:30 and 3 a.m. At 3:45 on the same morning, Joy was found dead in her bed with her son David was in bed with 2 cuts on his leg. She had 15 stab wounds. Oh, God. The time of death was fixed approximately 2 a.m. At 3:15 a.m., the defendant was taken into custody. The defendant was given his Miranda rights and questioned by officers. Initially, the defendant denied being in Jetmore that night. The following day, defendant then gave a statement admitting that he had been at Joy's house and that he must have stabbed her. You guys, are you reading what I'm... Hey, guys, are you listening to this? What we're reading here is a story that she just told about. Never mind. Where am I? Okay. And detailing his activities included how he returned the butcher knife to its customary place at the halfway house upon his return. So the knife came from the butcher's. The butcher knife came from the halfway house. The defendant was then transported to Jetmore, and an attorney was appointed to represent him. The defendant's first claim, now he's got 5 claims, of error is omission of testimony regarding his initial willingness to take the polygraph and then unwillingness to do so. The complaint of testimony came as Agent Lanny Grossland as follows. Question. No. Was the taking of the lie detector test discussed with the defendant at the time? Answer, yes, it was. Did the defendant agree to take the lie detector? Answer was, yes, sir. Question. And was there a reason Tom Lyons was there? Yes, he is the polygraph operator for the western region of the state. Question. All right. Did you leave the room after the defendant agreed to take the test? Did you leave the room? Yes, special agent said that. He prepared the polygraph to give it to the defendant and left the room. Question. All right. He was preparing it and you left? Yes. All right. What happened? Do you call next? A short period of time went by, maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm not sure. Lyons called me on the telephone or on the intercom. They're in the jail and asked me to come back into the room. What did he tell you? I came back in. He told me that Larry had told him about what occurred that night before. All right. Okay, all right. Did he tell you that the test had been concluded? He said he started to give the exam to Larry, and Larry said, well, it's not necessary. Okay, I will take it. He said, I would like to talk about it, and no test was conducted. No, sir. Immediately after that, the defendant made his damaging statements to the officer. It should be borne in mind that the defendant had constantly denied involvement with the crime, and he agreed to take a polygraph test. The above quoted conversation took place. Thereafter, the defendant confessed. To put it in another way, the defendant was denying the crimes and agreeing to take a lie detector. And then he said that the test would not be necessary as he would like to talk about it. Then he followed by the confession. The defendant contends that this evidence of unwillingness to take the polygraph, contrary to our holding in State versus Stafford, we do not agree. The defendant did not refuse to take the test. He only said it was not necessary as he wanted to talk. The implication is that the test was not necessary as the defendant would tell the truth in what he intended to say. The prohibition against evidence of the defendant's unwillingness to take the polygraph test is that it implies that the defendant was lying, and he has refused for fear of failing the test. The objective to testimony states that the conversation occurred immediately preceding the defendant's damaging statements. The jury had the duty to weigh the evidence, and that included the confession of the defendant. The circumstances leading up to the confession were relevant and material. There was no error in the omission of testimony relative to the proposed polygraph test in this particular case. Okay, claim number 2. The omission of evidence as of guilt of the defendant. Okay, the agent testified he had interviewed 32 people in the course of his investigation of the case. Among these persons was defendant 11-year-old daughter Kimberly, who said she has seen another person in the house. The objective to the testimony as follows. Okay, I got a comment here. Hold on, I'm coming into chat. I see something here that caught my attention. So, of course, they wouldn't talk to the little girl because she was in the house, right? But it sounds like she was really close to her daddy. I'm just saying. Let me come into chat. I'm sorry. Oh, Rhonda, your twin is here. Doppelganger. Oh, is that why you said that? I was trying to figure it out. Thank you. I'm glad you're listening. I appreciate every one of you. Oh, we need to do something about that. 6 inches. Come on. That ain't shit. You should see my big TV, you guys. I have to. My eyes are so bad. Boy, isn't this interesting? This whole mystery here, you guys. To me, it is. And I think she's interesting. I think it's even more interesting that Lamont did the interview. Okay. All right. Let me go to, hold on. All right. Where are we? Okay. So they asked the agent, in the course of the investigation since July, the morning of July 25th, 1976, until the time you are sitting right here, has your investigation led to the possibility of anybody else committing this offense? No, sir. The court sustained an objection to the question as to the ultimatum conclusion, The state then rephrased the question to the agent. As I said, based on your investigation that you conducted since the beginning of the incident on July 25th to the time you are seated here now, has your investigation indicated to you that there was anyone else with motive or anyone else that could have committed this crime? And then Mr. Pattern, which was his attorney, obviously, objected, says, Your Honor, leading into ultimate conclusion. The court says not in the way it was phrased, overruled. You may answer. He said no. Under all the circumstances shown on record, we conclude that the line of questioning, although improper as it went to the ultimate question, constituted harmless error beyond a reasonable doubt. The defendant's third claim, admission into evidence of his extrajudicial statements, the court held an extensive Jackson versus Deno hearing on defendant's motion to suppress. So he wanted to suppress some things. The court concluded, well, we certainly don't have the circumstances here that brought around the Miranda case or the Esquardo case. The statements as given in this case were not given under compulsion, coercion. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Threats or the incapability on the part of this defendant. He admits he can read, right? For 3.5 years. Okay, right. 3.5 years in the Army with an honorable discharge. I doubt that a person can be ignorant as to claim the last 3 years. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm right. Hold on. Ignorant as is claimed that the last 3.5 years in the Army and have an honorable discharge. And the defendant was warned and given his full constitutional rights. He was given every opportunity under the Constitution, even to the part of one of the officers informing him that the charges are serious and he really should avail himself to the services of an attorney. And the defendant said that Mr. Lightfoot had been representing him and that he didn't want to call him. Therefore, he was fully informed of his rights under the Constitution, and he knew what his rights were under the Constitution, and he freely and knowingly waived those rights. Therefore, the court could conclude that the statement as given to the defendant was given freely and voluntarily, and they were given by an intelligent person and would be admissible. When the trial court conducts a full pretrial hearing of the admissible and the extrajudicial statement by the accused, determines that the state will freely and voluntarily, intelligently given and admits the statement into evidence at the trial, the court on appeal should accept the determination if it supports by 543. So that's the State versus Jones. The trial court decision is supported by competent evidence and will not disturb an appeal. Okay, his fourth claim, the refusal of the trial court to grant his motion for a new trial, which was based on newly discovered evidence in States versus Johnson. Where is it? We set forth the rules to such motions as followed. The ruling for granting a new trial for newly discovered evidence have often been stated. The granting of new trial for newly discovered evidence and the trial's court destruction, and it gives all these case laws here. A new trial should not be granted on the grounds of newly discovered evidence unless the evidence is materially that it would likely produce a different result upon retrial. Okay, outcome. We know all this, people. We're smart. So the State versus Anderson, State versus Campbell. Okay. The deceased has been with a number of people shortly before she died. Conflicting times of events were stated. This was also true of witnesses testifying to defendant's activities during the night in question. During the trial, the defense tried to establish that Rodney Gibbs committed the crime. At the hearing of the motion for a new trial, a number of the trial witnesses were called, and some changed their testimony as to times in other matters. At the conclusion of the hearing, the trial court made the following determination. Where are we? I understand that now I would like to state the Steve versus Green had no newly discovered evidence having possibly a different verdict. I quote, a new trial should not be granted on the grounds of newly discovered evidence. Didn't we just go through this? Oh, in this case, assuming that Norma Byron, assuming that the jury heard that she gave today and that the evidence she gave previously, and assuming that they heard the testimony of Rodney Gibbs as they heard him previously as it would be today, and assuming that Wesley Dean Peterson testified as he did today, and also assuming that Mr. Bells had testified to effect that, okay, during a drunken party, Rodney had said something into the fact that he had been responsible, may have been reasonable. And this time factor in these situations are very, 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 let's see, little certainty as to the precise moment various things occurred. The state put the evidence of even some conflicting time factors, and the jury had all this to consider. In my opinion, if all the evidence had been before the jury in this case, it would not have produced a different outcome. That's what they're saying. Oh, God. Okay, so then they're saying that, for the record, we find that the trial court did not abuse its discretion in denying the defendant motion for a new trial. Okay, here's number 5. I need to take a break and take a drink. Now, whew. Yes. I don't either. The only part I believe there would be more to this. Since this case is so long, if they took that little girl and they found her and took her because she was all full of blood like that, saturated, right? It would be in this appeal. She's only mentioned one time. I you know, it's her truth, whatever it may be, but how she's talking here, right? She's actually telling her own dad's story. I mean, and her dad has a mental illness, and look at how hard he tried to get out, but look at how many times he got paroled and he went on the run. We got to look up Ohio, by the way. Oh, my poor neck. Okay, the 5th claim. Failure of the trial court to direct a verdict of not guilty on the aggravated burglary charge. The defendant was convicted of aggravated burglary of the home he had resided in prior to the time he moved out because of the marital whatever. His wife, the deceased, had filed for divorce and had obtained a restraining order on the defendant, barring him from the premises. The outside doors were locked and the people in the house were asleep. The defendant gained entry by cutting the screen door, which makes sense, people, because if he took that knife out of the butcher block, out of the at the halfway house or wherever he was at, that makes sense, right? Aggravated burglary is knowingly and without authority entering into or remaining within any building in which there is some being an intent to commit a felony or theft. The defendant argues this was his home and a person cannot be convicted of burglarizing his own home. He admits knowledge of the restraining order, but evidence was introduced that he had, on occasion, been in the home while the restraining order was in effect. There is no evidence of the consent to enter the home at the time in question. Under the circumstances shown in the case of the trial, court did not err in feeling a direct verdict of not guilty of aggravated burglary. Isn't this insane, people? What a case. I mean, what a story, what a case, right? Hold on a minute. Let's get his face up there since we know what he looks like. Okay. There we go. There he is. That was a lot. Okay. What else? There was something else I caught. I can't think. Hold on. I just think she likes Lamont, okay? That's what I think. And maybe she did go to a mental health place, right? Because of what she's seen in that room. Oh, God. Who knows? It makes me wonder if she had done it, her father admitted it, then she said she doesn't remember. Maybe they drugged her up while locked up on meds caused her some memory loss. Can you see a 10-year-old stabbing somebody 15 times? I can't. I'm just saying, I can't. Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Just because, you know what? What else I was going to say? Let me look what I just read. There's something else I picked up on. Hold on a minute. Look at that. So he got sentenced. So in 1978, 78. Never mind. Why isn't his face up there? What did I do? Oh, okay. Well, I could if she has a mental illness and depending on what kind. Do you think she would do it to the little baby too? I don't know. I'm thinking that the dad sounds like she was close to her dad from the way she talks. okay, he got in there and he told her to be quiet, or maybe she's seen her. Hey, remember her saying she heard her screaming, somebody screaming? So she came down there? I don't know. And she grabbed the baby? I don't, you know what? Why isn't this showing up on screen, you guys? What is going on here? What is going on? You guys, this is so weird. Okay. Let's get his face back up there. Scary, very scary. Very scary old man. He did it. He definitely did it. I would like to get my hands on the documents. The whatchamacallit documents. Probable cause and everything that they use for the trial. Oh gosh, sorry. Because I want to know if, you know what? God, that was so long ago. I bet you everybody's dead. I know. That's how I feel too. That's why I started listening to her story, right? I'm like, okay, this is her truth. What a crazy story. Let me hear her out. I'm like, wait a minute. There's got to be something out there about this case. Well, my niece didn't show up. I hope she's okay. She's all worried because she needs tabs on her car. So she's afraid to come over to drive. I'm like, well, I think they got more things to worry about than tabs on a car out here in my state. What do you guys think of this story? Well, she was supposed to go to her dad's, so I don't know. And I'm what? I would say I'm like a 25 minutes out of the way. So I don't know. Oh, I was going to look in Ohio. Ohio. What did he do in Ohio? Let's see. Oh, it'd be too hard to find anything. Jesus. You know, she probably doesn't even know what her dad's record was in prison. So that's why she probably figured he did 37 straight years. Very, very sad too. Okay, let's I'm going to look up something. You think they're all guilty? Who? The who else? All the people that were in the house? So it was that couple and then 5 kids. 5 little kids. She was the oldest. All right. I don't know if any of y'all have this, but we have a new thing. Oh, really? Well, we got more things to worry about out here, like illegals. And people trafficking girls here. Yeah. Little girls. And they're missing. I think she's covering up for her dad because she cannot give any details. And the story that she's telling is her father's that he put in his appeal. I think it's sad that her siblings don't talk to her. Melissa from the bushes. I guess there's incentive. So you go get... Yeah, there. Okay. I see what you're saying now. I told her, I said, if you do get pulled over, act stupid. And say, oh, yeah, my husband takes care of this. I'm going to kick his ass. And then all they'll do, well, no matter what, all they'll do is give you a warning. And all you got to do, like, show the courts, come in and say, here, I paid. That's it. Not a big deal. I would love, we need to look at these. I didn't realize it. Like, these older cases are pretty crazy, aren't they? The same laws apply. Hey, oh my gosh, Christina Bell, I haven't seen you. I want you to know that your donation, thank you very much, because I didn't know, because I don't check that email hardly. You helped me buy a meal. I bought hamburger. I bought tater tots so I can make tater tot hot dish. So I had to get the cream of mushroom soup, and I had to get the green beans. What else did I get? Oh, I got some ice cream, some cheese. 2 avocados so I can make guacamole. What else did I get? Oh, chips. That's what I got. Thank you. Guilt by association. I don't mean to laugh. I mean, I don't. Misty, you're crazy. I get it though. I get it. I see what you see. Hamburger. I love avocados. Yeah, because I'm gonna make tater tot hot dish. Did I say I got tater tots? I can't remember. You know what? Because I can't have that in the summertime. It's too hot. So I bake. I bake all winter long. You know what? I've never ate it like that. I don't even have a toaster. Lamont on the run, people. Okay, let's go to the video of him that was really making me laugh. Okay, I'll just play that one part. Where is it? Oh, no, I can't find it. Well, this is disappointing because why can't I find that channel? It's really upsetting me, people. Because it makes me laugh. So he's got like 4 or 5 channels. He's got Something Bigelow, Fascinating Graves, Lamont on Large, You'll Pay for This, and a podcast, I think. Oh, did I? Hamburger. Yes, and I got a problem. I have a problem. I've been doing my research on her, Rachel. Yes, I have. Rachel used to be Roland. Rachel lies. She's a fibber. I told you, people, there was something up. She's lonely. She's the only child, and her mother now, died in, okay, let's see, in the 90s. But she was on a whatchamacallit. She was on had an interview, and she didn't tell the truth about what her mother died from. Her mother was hit by a car. She was a pedestrian. So I'm finding out things, people. You think I'm just, disturbed? Well, I am disturbed, but hold on. We're going to go. We're going to go there, people. I'm... hold on. Also, she's really good at cleaning up the internet. She was married. She has 3 children at one time. Her dad died in like 2012. This is today's. Talking about trans life in ABDL. This person is lonely and has nobody. But silly, true Rachel, okay? You know what she did? She made herself her own Reddit, okay? Yes, she made her own Reddit, okay? Not only that, oh my God, this shit is funny. She put herself on Kiwi Farms. Why would she put herself on that site? I laughed my ass off. They figured her out right away. We know what you are. Oh my God, it was so funny. I laughed. Hi, sis, how are you? Yep. Yep. Oh gosh. Okay. I want to talk about YouTube streets. Now, one thing I can say about YouTube streets, they don't lie, okay? They're really against you know what? They've grown up, okay? They've been bad boys, but they've grown up. What's his name came live yesterday about DVS. And he said that DVS is a lying cocksucker and this and that. I don't know why he has it so bad out for him and said he wasn't ever charged with murder. Yes, he was. So what I did is I put out there what I can find, right? But I also want to say it's not to say, oh, this is something to be proud of, right? Because he regrets him being tied to this, right? It's a gang thing, but also he's lived through it and he could teach the youth, right? That being a gang is not the way. Flames is going to do whatever he wants. We know that, right? But he is a ticking time bomb, that guy. I don't know what he's out there trying to prove. I don't understand it. He can do whatever he wants on his channel. I don't think YouTube will put up with it, though. I'm just saying. And yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. I mean, that's like I wanted to make sure nobody followed in my footsteps, you know. All the things I did from when I was like a teenager, like really, really young, and then having a baby, getting pregnant at 15. Okay. I've made sure, told my story. I would go to schools and speak to young girls that no, this is not the way to go. Hey, sis, this scares me. They start talking about, Rachel starts talking about her surgery. And she talks about her toy that she's got to do. I'm like, enough of this shit. Enough. So when I find out more, let me show you something. You want to see her vehicle? I'm going to show you her vehicle. Hold on. She's all proud of it, so people don't think that I'm, doxing or anything like that. Oh no, she puts all this shit out there. Where is it? Here it is. God. Because she's not a transgender, she is a transsexual. And what a transsexual, and you know what? That's another thing that's a problem to me. Okay? Do you, boo-boo, right? But don't talk about how the government's paying for this and this and that for you. because you have body dysphoria, right? And paying for all your treatments when people cannot even get their pills for cancer, right? Without going broke. See, that irritates me. She's very, very proud of her Jeep. Everybody know what she's coming in that town because let me tell you something. Her family, very prominent. Her dad, he hung around with JFK. Okay, there's pictures, right? So her family, they got a very good name out there. Mm-hmm. Now, what else is really disturbing about this? There's a duck, a stuffed animal. And yeah, J13, there's a stuffed animal that rides in the passenger, rides shotgun in her vehicle. And right now, Ducky's wearing a Santa hat. Mm-hmm. Yep. How about that? Oh, you're so nice. I feel I should have rights. People, I should have rights. Nobody should pick on me. I should have rights because I'm an old lady. Right? I'm just saying. Right? Mm-hmm. There's going to be some changes. There needs to be some changes. I don't understand why certain groups have more rights than American citizens. I don't get it. And if you, oh God, don't ever get me started. I don't get it. Let me tell you this. There's another thing. My grandkids, 2 of them, right, are on the spectrum. My daughter's been trying to get help for 2 years, and they keep saying there's no funding. Mm-hmm. But, oh, God. It makes no sense because illegals are getting everything they want. And the only reason why I know it because there's a situation going on, okay? And I'm just in shock. I'm in shock of what I found out. Just not fair. Those kids needed help 2 years ago. 2 years. And to have their special frigid time and everything that they do. Right. Oh, let me get that vehicle down. My bad. She's very proud. So let's get this demon. Let's put my pretty daughter up there. We'll do that instead. We'll do that. We'll put Tabitha up there. I was pretty bummed out with my girls. Except for Kayla at one time. Because they don't want to be a blonde. Okay? They want to go with that dark hair. Okay? Except for Kayla, in the summertime, she gets the highlights. So I get pretty proud of her in the summer. I missed this. What did you say? Oh, that's right. Thank you. Ain't she? Oh, people. And I will remind us tomorrow. Let me put this link in. Oh my God, our teacher here, Headline Bitch, our favorite teacher. She's the one that does those word games, you guys. And tomorrow, 5:30 Central Time. We're doing game night. Hold on. I'm so excited for this. You know that Words on a Stream? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, people. There you go. It's my favorite teacher, even though I call her headline bitch. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, your fur brat was trying to support someone? What does that mean? Your fur baby? Thank you. She is. Oh! Can't be having that, can we? Don't worry, I will let you guys know in case you forget ahead of time when the party at the teachers is at, okay? Because she's the one that started doing this on here. I've never seen anybody do games on here before. Oh my God, I've almost been on here 2 hours. That's crazy. I turned around to the explanation, what was considered, oh. Hey, Misty, I'm on my last Propel. But never fear, tomorrow I'm going to Walmart to buy more. Yeah, it's nice to decompress, ain't it? Especially with a good group of people. I do like it also, though, when I get petty and I want to talk about people. Back again. Love the picture. I know, ain't she beautiful? And I even used it slowly. Slowly. There are some days I didn't even have none. Because I had to make it last for, what, 30 days? Or at least 25, I think. Both my girls are. Listen to me, both my girls are. Look at Kayla's got some highlights going. No, my girls don't wear makeup. They don't need to. I do too. It's so much fun. I was going to do one about Bullhorn Betty, but I seen that our headline bitch, she's going to I think Betty has summoned her, but what's going on with Bullhorn Betty right now? She's not getting attention. And I think that's why she's doing the nonsense that she's doing, because no eyes are paying attention to her. Oh my God, we got 12 people. Oh my God, let's party, people. What are my pet peeves? What isn't? What isn't? No, you know what? I'm pretty simple, actually, in real life. Yeah, because he got scared and ran. I don't know what they're afraid of. I don't like anybody else driving. How about that? I don't like to be passenger in somebody's car. Absolutely not. She is. She's losing her mind. Have you noticed, though, that she's letting her graze? She's not putting that she's not frying her hair out no more. She's letting that gray come in. She sure has. And she's proud of it. She's back at the her meetings at her what are they called in your town? You have the city meetings. She's back doing those again. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, city council meetings. There you go. That's it. Yep. She's back. Yep. She was all proud. She was talking about it today. She was all proud of it. I bet they do too. Okay, I know. She's something else, ain't she? She is. The golf cart place? Who's that? Is there actually golf cart place? Home Owner Association. Okay. Okay. You know what? Do you remember? Anybody remember when Bullhorn Betty was at one of her commissioner meetings and she complained about dog shelters and that they didn't need no more? She was upset because they're wasting money on dog shelters. Look at what she's got now. She got a dog. How about that? Wonder how she feels about that now. She was against putting money for dogs, for pets, I should say, the animal shelters. wonder what the temp's going to be tomorrow. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. -7 degrees. What's it going to be tomorrow? High is supposed to be 17, -8 below. Wonderful. Wonderful. I think so. If that dog wasn't alive, believe me, she would have done a GoFundMe by now. Yes, I'm waiting. That's all I'm saying. I'm waiting. Hopefully there will be. It's amazing. I think maybe it's because of Wade Wilson case. There's so much stuff that I have tried to get from prisons, right? And I keep getting denied stuff. It's upsetting me. Well, it ain't upsetting me. It's disappointing. Hey, I thought you don't work tomorrow. Fine. Goodbye. Don't forget to put some wood in your stove. To keep your house warm, my dear. That is in January 2026. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, and I cannot wait. Also, I know Long Crime is doing their own documentary, and they have been for a while. Yes, they have. And Apple, they're doing their little thing, or have. But, I think Paramount Plus will be interesting. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good. Okay. I'm sorry. Well, you go rest and get ready for tomorrow. We have game night at 5:30. Yeah, you better keep that house warm, woman. Oh my God. Well, I suppose it's time to go for now, unless I find something else to do here. But let's just end it with this one. And my humble opinion, that lady's confused, and I don't think she unalived her stepmother. I think her dad did. That's what I think. Because don't you think somewhere in the pills documents it would say something? At least her being all full of blood, right? We are, oh God. You know, I reached out to Jay for Justice to see if she could walk me go through how to do it. And she hasn't responded. Maybe I'm not as cool as them over there. Okay, love you. Goodbye. So I'm going to have to figure it out myself. And if Kimberly watches this, don't take this as any kind of hate. This is just my opinion. You have your truth, and I have my opinion about what I read and heard. Now I want to do it on the screen. That's funner. I think it's cool. Cool. Yeah, you guys will have to do it on paper. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. We hit 13 today, people. We hit 13. Hey, it's getting better. It's getting better over here. It's picking up. It's picking up. Okay, love you all.
Boot up the stream, grab your snack and noodle. Here comes the queen, kid and caboodle. Wi-Fi blazing, wig on tilt. More drama than a soap opera quilt. Kid logs on in a sparkly robe, sipping iced tea like she runs the globe. Drops more truth than a psychic at noon, with a cat named Taco and a raccoon named Boom. Kid and caboodle is a hot shit Uber, Wi-Fi warrior, clickbait mover, shaking up the algorithm like a smoothie blender. Watch out, troll, she's a copyright sender. Hot shit YouTuber, talking tea with a pink ring light aura. Yeah. She reviews shampoo and ghost hunts too. Caught Bigfoot slipping in a Gucci shoe. Unboxes snacks, talks haunted dolls, and drops a diss track on bathroom stalls. Kidding caboodle is a hot shit Uber. Hashtag queen, thumbnail smoother. Dancing in a study with a llama on her head. Uploading content even while in bed. Hot shit YouTuber. Even aliens subscribe, that's no rumor. Yeah. She vlogs in Walmart, midnight mission. Caught in aisle 9 with divine precision. Mic in hand, she interviews cheese. Sir, you aware you're lactose free? Goes live while baking glitter pies. Starts a feud with ducks, no lies. Reacts to Karen's, paints her Jeep, and once went viral yelling sheep don't sleep. Kid and caboodle is a hot shit Uber. Ring light blazing, sassy maneuver. Bans a troll while dancing to chair. Then sells merch made from her own hair. Hot shit YouTuber. Even her outro has a blooper. To play Fortnite, hosted a seance on Tuesday night. Got possessed midstream, ate a burrito. Still hit upload, respect amigo. Now Netflix calls and brands wanna collab, but Kit just vlogged from her glittery cab. She's not here for clout or fame, she's here to win the YouTube Hunger Games. Kit and caboodle is a hot shit Uber.